What it do? What it do? What it do? Marlon Brand back in this motherfucking building. It's your boy. I want to get into some hip hop talk and I want to get into it ASAP. So I think it was yesterday or day before yesterday. What does date say? Oh yeah, yesterday, right? I put a quote out there, right? I put something. Hold on, let me get my cause I'm about to show y'all right now. I put it out there. I said, Kiss can't go bar for bar with Hell Rel. Let's be serious. Now, if anybody knows me, they know I'm a big hip hop fan, a big hip hop head. And I know a lot of people that seen this, they just wanted to smack me upside my head, which I really I understood that. I understood. I said, I know y'all want to smack me upside my head. What the hell is you talking about, Marlon? I know y'all was like, what the hell is you talking about? Kiss can't go bar for bar with Hell Rel. Let's be serious. But listen, I I got caught up in the moment. I'm so excited about this Dipset versus Locks battle that I just started going in my head off of just pure emotion. You know what I'm saying? But all in honesty, we know that Kiss is the man when it comes to the bars. You never have to worry about that. But it's interesting. Look at these a lot of people shared the post yesterday. I had like about 40 shares, and I thought this was very interesting. There's some of the the captions that they put on the shares. This one guy put down he can, but Ruger was a motherfucker too. See, I had some people that kind of agreed with me. See, because some of us grew up with Hell Rel. You know what I'm saying? I had a few people that was on my side that understood what I was trying to say. There was more of a me trying to say something than me actually saying something because I wasn't trying to make a point. I didn't want to drive everybody crazy like this, but it happened anyway. Another person here says, look, blasphemy. Hey, bro, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. This guy here says, yo, I feel him. Ruger was hard. See, that's the thing about it. See, some people understood where I was coming from when I said Hell Rel was the man when it came to the bars. I'm gonna just give you one bar. You know what I'm saying? Like Hell Rel, it's the swags. Now I understand Jadakiss, right? He definitely gives you the story. He gives you the punchline, the metaphors, the similes, all of that. I mean, Kiss definitely brings the heat. I ain't even gonna lie. Kiss brings the heat. But there's just something about, for me, I like the swag in a bar. See, that's what Dipset did to hip hop. When they came into hip hop, Dipset brought a swag into hip hop. And it was a swag that was in hip hop that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people just didn't understand. It was that, that oh boy, flashy gangster talk. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women respected that, but a lot of gangsters did too. But that one dude said, yo, I feel you, bro. Ruger Rel was hard. And I know he was hard, son, because that's why I said what I said, bar for bar. Now, I'm not literally saying like rapping better or we know Kiss got the bars. But we know that Hell Rel will say some shit that'll just make you be like, and matter of fact, if you're checking in right now, make sure you get you something to drink. I didn't prepare nobody for this show. This is just a spinoff of Rap Clarity. I'm just giving you my insights, and we talking hip hop today. We're gonna start off with this crazy quote that I put up the other day and had everybody going crazy. I'm gonna get into that latest that freshman freestyle that just dropped. Pure trash. I'm gonna talk a little bit about paying IG models for sex. Would you pay an IG model for sex if you was a rapper and you had the money? We're gonna talk about that. We're also gonna talk about the rappers' budgets. What kind of budget should you be looking to have as an artist when you're out there pursuing a hip hop dream? Because a lot of dudes got it mixed up. They got it twisted. A lot of dudes got it twisted. Let me take a sip of this Red Cat. This is my favorite drink. This show is brought to you by Red Cat. Red Cat can be found at your local liquor store or winery. When you check in with Red Cat, make sure that you say the. You see, I try to get all crazy with it right there. I try to, I should do a little promotion or something for Red Cat, but nah, this show right here is brought to you by Mod Brass Radio. Marlon Brand is your own. But back to the discussion. Hell Rel has those. I'm trying to think of a bar that I heard a dude say. But anyway, let's go look at some more of these messages here. One guy said, I feel, no doubt, dude. You know what I'm saying? One guy said, when it comes to hating, yeah, I do get a lot of dope. Drop dead off this new shit I got. I don't see. I guess he was trying to spit a bar from Hell Rel, but I know one dude, he dropped one of the illest bars, son. He said, oh, okay, this is a Hell Rel bar. He said, Hell Rel said, you want beef? We could take it to the streets. I'm on a 7-day cruise. Come and see me in a week. You know what I'm saying? Now, that was a simple bar, nothing compared to what Jada. We know Jada will give you a bar, bust your mind, bust your head. I understand that. But it's the swagality that Hell Rel put into them bars. See, you got to understand. I just made that up right now to the people out there listening. Swagality. It's all about the swagality that you put into the process. See, Hell Rel had the swagality when it came to spitting these bars. So this dude, Jay Salt, I guess he kind of agreed with me a little bit. Like, I get what you trying to say, Marlon, but I can't rock with you. But look at these other comments. I'm gonna just let it stroll. Look at one guy said, bro, what the fuck did you say? I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to offend anybody. If I offended you in any kind of way by busting out saying this, it wasn't at all. I was in my feelings. I ain't laughed so hard in a minute. Come on, bruh. Take it how you want to take it. You know Hell Real was nice. This is nasty as fuck to say. Niggas don't know music. Styles P got him. Don't do that. Okay. I'm smoking crack. Damn. Merz Frazier, why I gotta be smoking crack? Log out forever, bruh. You're right. I really need to take a break. Hold on. Let me see what's. Oh, okay. There you go. That's the dude that set the bar. Right there. I'm gonna run it back. Right there. See, this is. I had a few guys that kind of was like, all right, bro. I see what you're trying to say, but nah, bro. Right here. If you want beef, you can see me in the streets. I'm on a 7-day cruise. Come and see me in a week. You know what I'm saying? If you're just now tuning in, I'm talking about that crazy ass post I put up yesterday, saying that Kiss can't go bar for bar with Hell Rel. I told people I'm just excited because Dipset versus the Locks. It's about to be a versus battle going on next month, July, I think, August 3rd. So I'm super excited about that. But you know what I'm saying? We just here having a hip hop discussion. But that's that one bar. John Simpson, I fucks with you, bro. Thanks for putting your boy out there. Somebody else said laugh my ass off nonstop or sunstop. Hey, bro, I'm speaking my mind. This is debatable. Uh-oh. See? Hold up. Hold up. I think I got it. Somebody else. They said this is debatable. Hold up. What did he say? What did the one guy just say? Hold up. We're gonna catch it right there. Oh, okay. He said this isn't debatable. Kiss will cook. Hey, yo. Listen, I understand this, bro. I'm not stupid. Okay. I understand hip hop, bro. I just came out there. I was trolling. I was wilding. I told you I was caught up in the moment. But Hell Rel had bars with swagality. You gotta understand the swagality. Okay, let's see a few more people here. This supposed to be a joke. Nah, bro. I was feeling it when I posted that. Okay, that was the end of that. I just wanted to share that with you guys and just kind of give you a little bit of insight of how people felt from me saying that craziness that I said the other day. But this is just I didn't even put a banner up. Look at me, I'm slacking off, y'all. This Marlon brand, this right here is gonna be kind of like a Rap Clarity or something like that. I may just name it, Rap Clarity Part 2, Season 2 or something like that. But we're just having a conversation about what's taking place lately in hip hop. So moving on, and I don't want to keep anybody too long. Did you guys get a chance to see the double XXL freshman cipher for 2021? When I tell you that this was some of the most horrible, and I mean, this was horrible. This was bad. I said, man, I haven't, followed the XXL freshman freestyle since like a minute, since I was younger. I remember back in the days we used to get excited when the hip hop award shows would come on because we was like, yo, we know our favorite artist about to come on there. Or we would always try to figure like who gonna be in the cipher, who gonna be spitting, and you'll sit there and you just be analyzing the cipher, seeing who was gonna be rapping, and you have 10 of the hottest niggas in the game at the time, and you just be like, yo, when the cipher was over, you like, yo, such and such killed that cipher. But bruh, when I tell you this cipher here was horrible. I mean, I'm not going to be able to really play too much of it because they're going to strike me for the music. But it's a two-part. It's one part with it. There's one group: Pooh Shiesty, Family, 42 Doug, Ruby Rose, and the other one has Lakia, Moray, and Coily Ray. But I'm not even gonna go far into it because it was just so horrible. I don't really want to share too much of the audio, but I'm not gonna lie. This girl right here, I believe this is Is this Flo Millie? I think this is Flo Millie right here. Yeah, Flo Millie was nice. I'm not even gonna lie. Flo Millie, she came off with a nice ill flow. If you don't know her, she signed to L.A. Reid. Flo Millie is a hip hop artist under L.A. Reid's label. She came out pretty dope with it. You know, I'll kind of give you a little
water, ayy, doing it differently. Spit when he lick it. I pull on my phone and go down. Handle his business. We switching positions. I pull out and kiss it right on time. I want to.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't play too much. I can only play a little snippet. I didn't want to get too much because I don't want to get strike. But if you kind of can kind of see her syncopation there, she was kind of she definitely she held her down. But like, oh man, the other artists, I mean, my man Pooh Shiesty, my man, shout out to my man Frank Scheme, big scheme in the motherfucking building. He ain't in the building right now, but he stay in the building and we stay doing work. But yeah, he ain't too crazy about Pooh Shiesty. And Pooh Shiesty, this right here really let me down. I mean, I wasn't expecting much from you because I don't like you as far as your bars. I just like the lingo. I said the lingo was kind of hot, but boy, I didn't know it was this bad with our artists, man. I mean, this was horrible. The one chick, Ruby Rose, she came out and did her thing. She has more of a like a city girl, Cardi B-esque type of thing going on with her. You see, she had the ill drip on. Don't look at that fur. I ain't gonna front that fur. I was looking at that fur when she first. I said, "Damn, hold on, she got the Laffy Taffy with the what? Yo, that fur is crazy." But like I said, I'm gonna let you hear a little something. Listen.
I ain't got a route, you know, pussy rule the nation. I'm the type to make my sugar daddy take his teeth out.
You know what I'm saying? Like she got a little something to it, but this freshman class was horrible. Like I said, in the other groups, they had Moray and Coyle Ray. And Coyle Ray, please, the girl Coyle Ray, please sit down. Please don't ever come out again and say I had the hottest freshman freestyle. If you follow me on Facebook at Elton Calloway, it's my personal Facebook. You will follow me right on Marlon Brand on my fan page and go over to Instagram and follow me at Marlon B underscore 77. That's Marlon B underscore 77. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Marlon Brand. But listen, I share a lot of posts of what's taking place in the hip hop game, from the latest news in relationships. Sometimes I get into some, but I get into really mostly uh pure hip hop. What's happening with the music? What's happening with the artist contracts? Some personal issues, some things that connect to the artists. But for the most part, if you've seen Coyle Ray's freestyle, I shared it on my Facebook story about a couple of days ago. It was horrible. I mean, it was so bad that she had to come out and try to save face and say that she had the hottest freestyle, and we know that her freestyle was the worst uh by far. But a lot of times, what happens with these freestyles is that you get time to prepare. You know you're going to be on TV or you're going to be broadcasted to millions of people, so you have time to prepare. This is why when I heard uh these freestyles, I was like, man, damn, y'all really didn't care. Y'all was really horrible. My man Moray did all right. He came out there because he really came off the top of the dome and he let you know. But even still, freestyle was very amateur. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, nobody really came out and really hit me with anything. If anything, if I really had to pick out of everybody, um, on both sides, I would probably walk away with Flo Millie. I like the way Flo Millie came out. Flo Millie came out with a nice, good syncopated flow. She had a nice little, topic, a pattern that she was following, and she had a good riff with it. You know what I'm saying? Ruby Rose is not bad either, but go check out some of their music on YouTube, man, and you tell me what you think about these artists, because this is not something that I'm trying to, impose and push on people to say, oh, this is trash. I'm not trying to sound like your uncle. Oh, this new rappers is trash. Nah, it's nothing like that at all. But this right here was just, woo. Nah, 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 nah. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But on to the next conversation. I wanted to talk about Instagram models. Mm. Paying for IG models. What is your take on paying for IG models? I'm going to put them up right now, and don't you be shy. Don't you be shy. I know there's some ghost watchers out there, but come on in. Ask that you share this. This is on my fan page, so I'm just going to be sharing stuff with people from time to time. If you're tuning in right now, I ask that you get you a nice little drinky drink there. Get your drink, whatever you like to drink. I'm sitting here drinking Red Cat. I enjoy Red Cat. That's just something that I enjoy. These discussions are barely purely based on hip hop. Um, and I got me a nice joint here as well. See, that's the raw paper right there. My boy ain't too crazy about the raw paper. I told him raw papers burn nice like a bogey. But nevertheless, let's get into my next little soliloquy I wanted to get in here too. I wanted to talk about these IG models. There was a story that came out over on academics. If you check him out on YouTube, academics talks about the latest things in hip hop, everything that comes out of hip hop. He talks about it. He's on it. So if you ever want to know what's happening and get the inside scoop, he's definitely somebody you can go to. I'm just here, giving my little spew on certain things that I see and hear about hip hop and try to share it with you. So here you have it. Oh, okay. All right. I see. Got a few of them here for you. Boom. Now, this conversation here is, would you pay $5,000 to sleep with an IG model? There was a discussion that an IG model was having with DJ Academics. And her position was that, I can't date a guy that makes less than $200,000 a year. And, Ack was pretty much like, well, what, why would you need 200,000? Why would he need to make that much money a year? When she goes on to say, well, he has to be able to maintain my lifestyle as well as his. I like nice things and nice vehicles and traveling and all this good. And I cost. And if you can't be able to take care of the cost, then you can't be the boss. So I was like, damn. And they started sharing some stories about some other artists out there that actually pay for it. But then they got into Future, saying Future, she's trying to put Future out there saying, oh, Future paid for it one time. Or he tried to offer my homegirl some money for it one time. But Ack was like, Future? I mean, the slut god? Nah. Future is not out here paying for no coochie, especially for no struggling IG models. He's just not doing it. And I found this conversation to be interesting, to be like, bruh, paying for a period. I mean, you got to think about this. Some guys look at like, yo, bruh, I just want to get straight to the point. I seen a beautiful woman. You look like I want to sleep with you. I want to lay the pipe. Here go, how much? Cash app you, fly you in, do our thing, boom, boom, bang, send you back home. No questions asked. We're good. No strings attached, no nothing, right? Wouldn't that? But see, a lot of us couldn't even fathom living that kind of life because we live up. Most of us are, punching 9 to 5 jobs or working every day. We're looking for that man or woman of our dreams. And once we get that person, we're looking to marry them, have kids, so on and so forth. Where a lot of us are not privileged to have money to be able to just splurge and take care of women, go on fancy trips and just blow money. I don't have $5,000 or $10,000 just laying around just to blow. So I look at this situation. I said, yeah, that's cool for a rapper, for any man that has the money to just be able to say, hey, this is something I like. Yo, you feeling me? This is an exchange of a service. I didn't feel like it was wrong at all. But you have to think about this. So many people have different positions on how they feel about, sex and dating and all that. But I said, it's different when you have money versus when you're trying to make money. You're trying to come up every day. You'll look at a situation and say, oh man, she's a whore, she's slutting herself out. But she's looking at it like, yo, hey, I'm getting X amount of dollars for a service. I want to sleep with him just as bad as he wants to sleep with me, and he's willing to give me money for it. Why not? You know what I'm saying? It's an even exchange. So I looked at that situation in hip hop and I said, hey, more power to you. But do I think Future is paying for it? I doubt it. But has he probably ever paid for it? In some form or fashion, you're already paying for it. It may not be an exuberant amount of dollars, but in some form or fashion, you're paying for sex. You know what I'm saying? You're paying for it at some point, some type of way. It's getting paid for. So, but some people just cut all that middle bullshit out and they get straight to the point, which I can respect. Nothing to try to knock a man. Let a man do his thing. See, we got a few models out here. I'm just trying to show y'all a few of them and say, like, hey, you may see one and be like, you know what, Al, Marlon, that picture you showed me right there. Listen, At first, I wouldn't have paid for it, but that one right there, I might throw a few dollars for it. But either the case, man, this is Marlon Brand. Like I said, man, I'm cooling on my fan page. I thank each and every one of you that are actually tuned into this fan page to actually give me the likes, give me the shares, to continue to follow, look at the content. I'm just going to be giving you insight of my life, and I'm going to be sharing a lot of hip hop, things that take place here in hip hop. So for you out there that are not familiar with My Brass Radio, we run an online radio station titled My Brass Radio with we have a lot of different stations, but we mainly focus on hip hop. This is and we also do the latest news and information, what's happening in hip hop, albums dropping, videos, the hottest videos coming out. You can Twitter, check out our latest podcast shows that we have. You can check out our latest people coming to the studio taking pictures, all great stuff here at the website. About Money Bag Yo, his album selling and being making a lot of money. Money Bag Yo has really moved the needle, man. I'm actually proud of him. He came into the game, Memphis up under Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti gave him an opportunity, and he took that his brand and ran with it. His brand and ran with it. During this quarantine, man, I mean, it was really a good time for a lot of artists such as Moneybag Yo, in the streaming world, because we really got a good glimpse of seeing who's being listened to the most, who's the highly and most requested. Going in before this pandemic took place, I believe Moneybag Yo was getting probably like 60 to 80 probably a show, to like now he's demanding 200K a show. 200K for Moneybag Yo. Who'd ever think? You know what I'm saying? Like, reportedly, it says clocking in at 659,000 total sales for the year. A Gangster's Pain, the title of his album, is the highest ranked hip hop body of work released this year. Bag is followed by Pooh Shiesty with Shiesty Season, which sold for 642,000 copies. That's pretty good. And then J. Cole's The All Season came in third. Damn, J. Cole came in third. Ooh, 623,000 sales. And Rodway follows with a Soulfly having 606,000 units sold. Polo G, Little Tajay, Scooter Life, everybody, Little Dirt closed out the rankings. See, so he came in on top. That was very interesting right there about J. Cole. And then I'm even happy for Rodway. I didn't know a lot of people were, really buying those albums and stuff like that from those artists. That's what's up. I'm glad that they're actually getting the recognition and getting the support, because people stop buying albums, man, and it's hard to get to support your streams. It's not easy at all, man. I mean, even with the artists, there was a situation recently where there's a discussion about artists being able to sell out venues, and I guess like Little Baby and Dirk, they had a situation to where they have to sit back and recalibrate these numbers, because they're looking to fill arenas up with 10,000 of people, but with a capacity of 10,000 people. But you got to realize, man, not every city is going to bring you 10,000 people coming to your show. So if you're charging 80, 90, what are you charging for these tickets? How much money is being recouped during this tour? And they're actually having situations right now where they're like, man, we kind of like not overpriced, but we kind of like undervalued how much money we were really going to get from this tour, because to be honest with you, I mean, Little Dirk, Little Baby, cool, but bro, 10,000 people, that's going to be, especially with today's generation, that's not going to be that easy to really bring in 10,000 people. Like, granted, like me and my boy was just talking about here at the what's the place that everybody go to over there on Main Street here in Rochester, New York, the Armory. I think the Armory house like 25,000 people max capacity. 25, no, not 25,000. I'm sorry, 2,500, 2,500 here in Rochester. Now, our shows look packed, but it can look packed with 200-300 people. You know what I'm saying? If you get the right camera angles, but they're not packing a house with thousands of people. There's not thousands of people buying those tickets. So this is something that you have to think about too when it comes to these concerts and things. And I'm just talking to people promoting and looking to do tours and things. You got to think about the cities, the demographics, who's actually going to buy tickets,
Think about the actual location, the drive, the people getting there, the convenience, all that kind of stuff goes into it. But either way, another case here, the game honors slain rapper Red Boy. I guess it was a situation that took place. If you didn't know, if you were late, just now tuning in, there was a young guy named Indian Red Boy over in California. I guess he was a part of. I don't know if it was actually him, if he was there. I don't really know the situation behind it. I don't even know if his shooting, his death, was even related to the Nipsey Hussle mural. But either the way, the story out there, the narrative is that Nipsey Hussle's mural was defamed. The young guy either defamed it or he recorded the person defaming it, and then he went live on IG, kind of bragging, throwing up gang signs with his gang and everything. An hour or two later, he was sitting in his vehicle, and shots went off, and he was live on the phone with his friend. And at least to say he was killed on live, choking on blows. Horrible video. If you get to see it out there, I mean, I advise you. I'm just giving you a heads up. It was very, very horrible. But he ended up dying a lot on live, and Game put out a verse from one of his old tracks, and it was kind of like speaking to that situation of a person like the kid Indian boy, and it wasn't putting that kid Indian Red Boy in a good light. And I believe the young boy Indian Red Boy was a Pyru. Now, if you know anything about Game, he's gang affiliated, and along with him and Whack 100 is Pyru himself. So I guess there was some tension there. Some things were said. Word got back to Game like, yo, we didn't respect that, bruh. Like, you gotta, yo, what's up? You about to get seen on that. Like, you about to get checked. See, there is still checks and balances when it comes to gang culture. It's just a lot of times we live in Rochester, we live in a city where people are emulating gang cultures, and there's really nothing. There's no organization. There's nothing really being taken care of there. But there are areas in other cities, such as California, such as places where game came from in Whack 100, to where there's a big ape in prison, and they're calling shots, and they're telling you what you need and not need to be doing. So that's what you have to think about when it comes to to this gang and gang violence. But I have my I have my opinions about certain things when this takes place. Yes. I'm getting what? I'm on live, so you need to figure out what you're doing. Okay. So, but anyway, like I said, this was a very sad situation that took place when it came to this, because now Game was put in a position to be like, yo, bro, what's up? So I guess the call went out to Game. Game got the call, and he ended up actually paying for his funeral. He reached out to the family, apologized for the yeah, he apologized. Right here, it says he hollered at the family and he got it done. Promised with my family. Don't talk about it, be about it. Game add to the caption. Rest in peace, Indian Red Boy. I hope this helps you guys send him off the way he deserves to be. So I guess after the little quote unquote sneak diss, Indian Red Boy funeral was actually taken care of and paid for by Game, which was a cool gesture. You know what I'm saying? But some people trying to play Game and say, "Oh man, that was a bitch move, you bitch out." Come on, man. Listen, in gang culture, it's best that you just follow the rules, man. It wasn't nobody trying to extort anybody for money or anything. It was a principle thing. It was about the principles of the game, the rules of the game. You can't just be out here saying stuff about people and moving a certain way because you're a celebrity, not or forget where you came from and not remember how these things are really ran. But either the case, that gang life is something that I've never been a part of. It's something that we see. It's something that you realize that is that deteriorating a lot of communities. But at the same time, there are certain areas that have a gang culture, and their gang culture is actually running organized. You know what I'm saying? There's actually pecking orders. There's actually commands being sent out, and people are not just being killed for no reason, and people are actually being killed because they went against the orders, I guess. So, but either way, I was just talking about album sales and things like that. So it was very interesting to see that with him. And then Game. Last but not least, I wanted to kind of touch on to uh, a rapper's budget. Right, let's talk about rapper's budget. And I want artists to understand something when it comes to I did hip hop. Me and my best friend, Chico Torres, he'll be able to tell you the story just as good as I am. Um, we had a lot of potential. Let me take a sip of this red cat here. We had a lot of potential. Um, we did a lot of things with music. We didn't have to worry about recording because we recorded our own music, so we didn't have to worry about studio time. Traveling was always it was very iffy because we were young, 22, 23 at the time, and we had money to travel, but we had jobs to work too. So we also had to kind of like, build up vacation time and take time off and stuff like that as well. But I'm trying to help you understand what it's like when it comes to, actually having a budget as an artist, because there's a lady that was on this podcast and her name was Wendy, and she's well known in the hip hop industry. But she pretty much laid out that the minimum our artists should be trying to go out there and actually um the money that you need to actually put yourself in the right position to get yourself in front of the right people, the minimum is $250,000. The minimum is $250,000. So if you don't even have that much money to play with, then you really need to be reevaluating your drive. I mean, I don't want to discourage anybody. I want you to be able to go out there and pursue your dream. You may be able to get into a contest. You may be able to get into the right position. You may be a friend of a friend of a friend that puts a word in for you. You be able to, and you may be able to get in front of that artist or that label owner or that record exec or what have you. And those cases take place a lot as well. But for the most part, we know that the people that we see on TV, that's only 5% or less of the amount of people that are really trying to get into the industry. And one of the things me and my business partner, we and best friend, we always preach is that don't just be hot for real. If you went out there and was just hot for real, people would demand you, and you'll be almost like Russ. I don't know if you know about the guy Russ. He's an artist that he sells uh multi millions, and he kind of beat the industry, and he stayed independent, sells out Madison Square Garden, all of that. Go check out the artist, the hip hop artist Russ. I think it might be Lil Russ or just Russ. We'll check him out. He has a very interesting story, and I don't want to botch it up here. But you really need to think about your team. It's always good if you move with a team. We had a team that we were moving with back when we were teenagers. Shout out 730, all the people that were a part of that movement back in the days. Um, we had a nice unit, 10 to 15 people. Everybody had their part. We had our artists, we had a producer, we had management, we had schedules. Everything was real professional. A lot of times, what's happening is when you see artists make it into the industry, you're like, damn man, how these people be making it? They from the streets, and some dudes you be like, I know I got more money than him. How does he? What happens is a lot of times they got a drug dealer that a drug movement is some drug money or something in the background. Mind you, you got to remember this, right? When you have a lucrative drug business and you're making tens of $1,000s a week, and you're making so much money, you have to find somewhere to actually put the money into something. So the hip hop industry has always been one of those places that drug dealers look at Big Meech. They look to go to wash their money so they can become legit and actually say, hey, all this money that I'm spending, look, I gotta go buy these cars. They use them as tax write-offs. I gotta buy this building. I'm running a label. I got all this. So you can actually have places to hide this money. When you're out there and making tens of $1,000s and you don't have a job and you're over here purchasing cars and homes, vehicles, you got to use different people's names and all that stuff can get sticky and get crazy. But either way, back to what I was trying to tell you, I said that when it comes to becoming an artist, you really got to think about that budget. Like I said, unless it's an anomaly of you getting in front of somebody and being able to express your talents and your gifts and talents to somebody, be able to see it and be like, oh yeah, I fucks with you. Come on, then. We're gonna sign you, whatever. Like I said, that happens, but it's very rare that it does happen. And remember, less than 5% of the people that we see in the industry, in the rap game, R&B, whatever, it's only 5% of the people that are trying to get in there. So out of 100% of people trying to get into the game, only 5% are making it. It's just like the NFL. It seems good. It seems like a lot of people on the may have a friend, somebody made it to the NFL, the NBA, whatever. You may be super excited for them. You're like, yo, they did it. But you gotta understand that's a small percentage, less than 1% of the people that are trying to make it to the NFL and NBA even make it. So with that said, I mean, I just wanted to kind of give some interesting talking, a discussion on what's been taking place in hip hop, the latest news. I'll be checking with you guys from time to time and just dropping some knowledge with you. Hearing my cut, you see we got the Lakers in the back right there, baby. We got to represent all the time. So this is your boy Marlon Brand. Thank you for being a gracious listener, and I ask that you share this. And if it gives you great insight, I mean, leave a comment. All right, peace.